Okay, this is Nick at Rubicon Real Estate, and just go to www.rubicon.la, and you get our great website, which is a lot of fun. This is a Tommy Bahama shirt, I want you to know, because appearances are everything. Okay, to be serious, this is so good, I'm going to do it, and I've got to do it. Target marketing. And this is what I said to Nicole that I want to start doing. And I'm probably going to do it, pick a certain part of the valley that I like, and or where, let's say I want to live there. You could pick a place where you want to live. Preferably in the San Fernando Valley, because that's where we're at, okay? Okay. I'm going to say to Nicole, who would help me in this, this is what we do. And this is what I did in Panorama City many years ago. It works. You walk, just keep walking, and you write down the address of the ugliest house on the block. The house that has grass overgrown, the composition roof is peeling, standing up on ends, and the house is a shambles. They've got cactus in front of the house that grows 20 feet up, and it's touching the house. Everything is wrong, okay? This is the investment, okay? This is what I call the flip farm. We take the address of this house, and we write it down, and we keep walking. Then we go to another street, and we pick the ugliest house again. And in a very short period of time, you'll have a flip farm of houses you're going to buy, renovate, and sell, of at least 25 houses. This is the farm, for me anyway. And you then come to the office, you have now 25 addresses. You don't need the title company. You can go into the title company's website. They will give you access. I have access with 2 title companies. I go on the computer, Jose, you see the computer, you can't get away from it. Go on the computer, and you go to the first page of the property profile, and you get the name of the owner, the mailing address of the owner, which might be different from the address of the property. That tells me I have an absentee owner. Okay? Tell me, am I still on the screen if I move around?
Yes.
Okay. That tells me I have an absentee owner. That is great. Okay? So you keep doing this, and now you have 25 people that maybe you would put in Word on the computer. You have their name, and sometimes you get the telephone number. These are people who may want to sell. These are people who may be in really serious trouble, and they've got to get the hell out, and they have some equity. You are now getting the property before it gets into the MLS. Think about this. When you buy from the MLS, you're buying retail, okay? The smart investor buys wholesale, so you don't want to buy retail. So the MLS is not the place to go. But this, what I'm telling you, is the place to go, because this is way before it ever gets to the MLS. So you might have an investment to buy, or you might have a listing. 2 things can happen with your farm if you use this technique, and it works, okay? So you need someone, usually someone young, could walk around, write down all the addresses, come back to Rubicon, and start the file. And then mail to these people. Mail to these people. We have an absentee letter form in our file. Remember, if the mailing address is different from the address of the property, now you know an absentee owner, so you use the absentee owner form. And you write it, and you send it, you put your business card. I don't know, you do whatever you should do to make this happen. But you've got to be consistent. So you're going to have a farm territory, a flip farm. This is target marketing. You know, every single house on here is a disaster. Okay, and they want to sell. They got to sell. If you have a phone number, even better. That's even better, because sometimes you get the phone number and you call them and you tell the truth. Say, I represent investors, we're very serious. Everybody says they're a cash buyer, that's very common now, and they are cash buyers. Okay, that's what people with money are doing. They're finding houses to flip and make a quick $20,000 or $30,000. All right? All right, what do you want to say? I hope it's not fooling around.
Now,
Why?
can you send, when you contact the owner, which is an absentee owner, can you send them a picture of what the house looks
Well,
like?
see, that's a great point. Now, to do the picture, you have really got to be organized, okay? And that's where the technology comes in. Because if you are organized and you can get a picture with the address, that's fantastic. Because when the owner sees that, and nobody does that, by the way, because it's too hard. Well, I got to see, how the hell would you do that now? We're going to find out.
You take us.
Nicole can do it. She can do that and take a picture and put it on the computer. Okay, so we now can have a picture. We don't have a color printer, all right, because I felt people would abuse it. Of course, the people who would abuse it are no longer here, okay? So we might wind up with a color printer if we think that would be worthwhile to do this kind of target marketing, okay? So you're right. Only once in all these years in real estate did someone ever send me a picture of the house. And I thought, my God, they must really be organized to not mix up the pictures in the neighborhood. But they were doing general mailing. I'm doing target mailing. So if I know the address of the property, I can get the picture of it. And I'm going to leave that to Nicole and Terry and Marion, okay? And they'll try to help you, Jose, if you want to do this. But so now, let's say I have a farm, a flip farm of 100 houses. Well, it's like target, anything can happen. If you have 50, 100, 200, 500, something is going to happen. Someone is going to answer. And they've got to have your email. If it's an absentee owner, they probably have their computer at home, and they want to just get rid of the goddamn thing because they got crazy tenants and they don't know how to get rid of the tenants. Okay, you can help them with that. I got an attorney, that's all they do. What?
If it's within 20 miles, you go in person and knock on their door.
Most people are not going to do that, okay? People are not going to do that. That's just the way we work. We don't do that. But you're right. Someone like Jose, okay, let's say I'm doing it. I say to Jose, I say, okay, look, Jose, here are people, here are the addresses. Any deal that happens as a result of that, I will pay you 20%. You got to talk to the person, and they say, yes, I want to list the property, and then we got to see how we're going to handle it. It's got to be fair for you, though, you know, if you're going to do that. But if I'm going to split the deal, then I'll go knock on the door. What's the worst that can happen? You know? Or if I feel I would work with someone, maybe we'll go 50-50. We'll see about that, you know. I say, well, I'm not going to do so. Or I may wind up just buying the house and flipping it myself. The hell with the listing. I say, look, if they sell 30% or more under the market, you've got an investment. That's the bottom line. So you pick the ugliest house on the block, and that is the deal. Okay? And that's what you got to, that's what we have to do. So Nicole, I think that completes this, you know. That is prospecting. Bye-bye.